everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brenda, or also known as Cozyaholic, and for today's video we are going to be talking about all things cozy. When I first started this channel, one of my first videos was how to make your home feel cozy and also how to prepare your home for fall, and I thought that it would be great to kind of revisit that video and make it again and kind of touch on some points that I've talked about previously and also some new ones that I think are perfect for making your home cozy for the fall and also for welcoming this season as well. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let's hop right into it. So one of the first things that I think make a home feel super cozy is texture. Texture is so important. I honestly think it's like a make or break thing for any home. It can be any type of texture, but I think that's just like something that's so important. It can be anything from a cozy knit blanket, some plaid blankets. It could be your furniture. So like for example, I have these chairs that are boucle and just the fabric itself is very cozy and very inviting. So anything like that I think is so important to have just to make the space feel very nice and welcoming and something that you want to snuggle in. And then some other things that I think are also great is like Sherpa and boucle. So all those fabrics are great. Quilted stuff is perfect. Any type of patterns that look kind of granny-ish, I think those are also perfect types of fabrics and textures that you can incorporate into your home. One of the things that I love that I think really elevated and made the space feel super cozy is these pumpkins that I have right here. These I found at HomeGoods, but you can probably find them anywhere. I've seen that Pottery Barn has a lot of these like little pumpkins and bats and like a bunch of different stuff. I'll try and link all of them for you guys down below, but I absolutely love these. These are so beautiful and these are so easy to DIY as well. You can just get a piece of fabric and then just stuff it and then put like string around it to kind of create the shape of the pumpkin. I'm sure there's tons of tutorials out there that you guys can try out, but I think this is such a great way to just elevate a space, especially if you don't have like boucle furniture like I do, which of course not everyone can. I think these would be such a great addition to your home. So moving on to another thing that I also think is perfect for the season is to incorporate florals. So florals can make or break a space for sure. So for example, these florals that I have right here, these are from outside. I picked them out myself, and I think these, just because they're kind of like a dried natural type of flower, they just make it feel super cozy, almost like bringing in the outside in. So if you guys watched my previous video that I released, I did use like this white, like almost pampas grass in my entryway table, and although I do think it's a beautiful pampas grass, I think it might be a little too white and stark for my liking. It could be different for everyone, but personally I would go with something darker. And of course, with decorating, you live and you learn, and I learn as I go. So for that, although they're still up there, I'm definitely gonna be changing them out for something a little bit darker and moodier because I want it to feel more cozy. And then maybe most possibly I'm gonna pull those out for like the winter, you know, decorating season when it's like past Christmas and I still want it to feel somewhat cozy, but not like, you know, like this right now. I think those would be perfect for that season. So I'm definitely gonna be removing them and going for something a little bit darker. Obviously everyone's style is different, but whatever makes you feel cozy, that's what you wanna pull out. Some other floral stems that I've also been loving is these floral stems. I believe they're $11.99 with 50% off at Hobby Lobby. They're very similar to these natural ones that I have, and they are gorgeous, you guys. They are literally the replica of the ones that Hearth and Hand has at Target, and those I think are actually way more expensive, and it's literally one stem, but that one definitely is one that I would go pick up at Hobby Lobby. I haven't seen them in the fall section. They're actually not in there, even though they should be considered fall because of how beautiful they are and the color of it, but you can actually find it in the other aisles where the rest of their greenery is and their florals and stuff. You can go in there and just kind of look through, you'll find it. They also have a different color, which is more of like a off-white color. It's super beautiful, but like I said, I love the burgundies. They're just perfect and super lush too. Anyways, they are my favorite. I'm definitely gonna go pick up more so that I can decorate in the upstairs, but yeah, they are gorgeous and I definitely recommend picking those up. So another way to make your home feel cozy is to change your bedding. Bedding is so important, and especially when you're in one of those days where it's super cloudy like today and you just have like this stark white bed like I do currently, it just does not feel cozy. And as I mentioned earlier, with texture and pattern, adding that to your home and to your bedding is so important. So for today's video, I'm actually collaborating with Brooklinen to change this bedding here and show you guys up front how to make a space look cozy. And also I think dark colors are just the best way to go when you want to make something feel cozy. Of course, you know, depending on your style, you could go a little bit more on the neutral side, like beige or browns and stuff, like kind of like this color, or you could also go very, very moody like I want to go today. And with Brooklinen's help, we're gonna make it happen. So first off, I'm gonna go ahead and take off all of this bedding that's just not cute, seriously. So really big takeaway with Brooklinen is the fact that you can have amazing affordable bed sheets for literally a fraction of the cost. So Mika and I have traveled a lot within the last couple of years, and every time we stay at a hotel, we're always so amazed by the quality of, you know, the bed sheets or, you know, the bedding itself. But Brooklinen has definitely made it so that even the public can have access to amazing quality bed sheets like that for a fraction of the cost, which I think is awesome. So another great thing about Brooklinen is their pricing. So the classic and the hardcore luxe bundles, they range between $200 and $250, while you can compare it to more luxury bed sheets that range $500 plus. And seriously, you get the exact same thing. And if you do want to buy, don't forget to use my code. You can get $20 off any $100 plus order, which is awesome. Brooklinen also has 100,000 plus 5-star reviews, all verified, and it just comes to show how amazing these sheets are. So the sheets that I have right now is the Luxe Hardcore Sheet Bundle, and instead of buying individual items, you can actually save 25% off by purchasing a hardcore bundle, which includes a core sheet set, extra pillowcases, and a duvet cover. This is the best-selling Luxe Satin Sheet Set and the ultimate bedding upgrade. And the best part is that you can also choose to mix and match from 20 plus colors and patterns to fit your particular style. So we have been sleeping on these sheets for about maybe like a week and a half now, and we are obsessed. Always make sure that you wash your sheets before you try them out as well, because it definitely has changed the way they feel. It's making them a lot softer. So definitely run them through the wash the first time. These are definitely the most comfortable sheets that I've ever slept on. And if you guys are interested in purchasing them or going on the website, I will leave the link down below. And if you do want to buy, don't forget to use my code. You can get $20 off any $100 plus order. So definitely make sure you use that so you can save some money. And thank you so much, Brooklinen, for sponsoring today's video. And let's continue with our cozy video. So another thing that I think makes a home feel super cozy is a fireplace. And a lot of you guys might actually not have a fireplace. So there's different options that you can do. So one of them, if you don't have a real one, then obviously you can opt for a fake one, an electric fireplace. I have this one right here in this living room. I've had it for a while. I think I paid like $230 for it on Amazon. It was used. It does have like a dent on the side, which I totally don't mind because I was on a budget then. And I was like, you know what? I just want the fireplace. I don't care if it has a tiny dent. And I've kept it since. I really haven't, you know, I really haven't wanted to like change it or anything because of the dent. It doesn't really bother me that much. I know for some of you guys it might bother you, but it saved me a lot of money because I think this one is actually like 400 plus, like in the box, brand new. So it was definitely a steal. Make sure to keep an eye out for that. If you're in a budget and there's like a certain fireplace that you might want, definitely look at like the used, like different options to buy, and you might find one that is used for like half the price. But anyways, a fireplace is definitely something that will really elevate your space. So the mantle itself, I actually had it made by a woodworker back in Arizona when we lived there, and I painted it white, then I painted it black, and I've stuck with the black ever since. I've loved it. But definitely something that might be a little costly. I'm sure that it's an easy DIY. I'm not a DIYer and definitely not good with wood. So I had it made. I spent like about $400 to get it made. I'll try and put the dimensions in the description box for you guys. I can't remember exactly what it was. I'll try and find it. But it definitely was something worth the price for sure, because if I didn't have this, I think my space would look so empty. But anyways, if you guys do not have a real fireplace or a faux fireplace or electric fireplace, whatever you want to call it, you can even just put a mantle. You can find them on Facebook Marketplace for super cheap and literally just put it on the wall and paint it whatever color you want, and then literally just make like a black box on the wall, paint that black, and you have a faux fireplace. It doesn't have an actual electric insert in it, but it just gives you that vibe that there's something there, if that makes sense. That's what I had when I lived in Arizona and I didn't have an electric insert then. That is what I did. I painted that little small box where the opening was black, and then I just put my mantle right there, and I'll insert a picture so you guys can see what it used to look like. But even that seriously elevates the space. Totally recommend doing it. It just makes things so much nicer and cozier, and then you have the opportunity to also decorate right on top if you want to, for, you know, so that you can put like a little garland on it or just cute little knickknacks. Right now I have some pumpkins on there, so it definitely just gives you more opportunity to decorate. And then of course, if you don't have any of those options, then you can also opt to just putting a fireplace video on your TV. That's also another thing that I used to do. I actually combined both with the fake faux mantle and the TV having a fireplace on it. And I've had a lot of people call me out for it. They're like, why is she playing a fireplace video on her TV when she has a fireplace down below? But unfortunately it wasn't real, which is good to know that people actually believed it, you know, and thought that it was a real fireplace, but it was not, unfortunately. All right, so those are 3 different options on what you can do to make your space feel cozier, especially if you have a big empty wall where you don't know what to do with it. And of course, I wouldn't continue this video without sharing the one thing that I think also makes a home very cozy, and that is candles. Candles is everything, you guys. Seriously, it could be all types of candles. I've definitely kind of explored my options with candles, and there's so many that you can go with. So one of them can be just your typical candles, the 3-wick, the 1-wick, 2-wick, whatever you want to do. Candles are amazing, especially scented candles that have, like, you know, fall scents and stuff. There's a couple at Target that I love. I didn't pick them up, unfortunately, because I already have so many, but there's some that have a mix of like a very sweet scent with a mix of a salted scent, and it smells amazing. It's not too sweet, not too sour. It's a mix of both, and it is amazing. It's kind of like that perfect cookie with just a little bit of sea salt in it. If you guys have tried those, it's kind of like that, and it is amazing. It smells so good, and totally recommend trying those out. And then another type of candle that you can also do that I think makes it feel a little bit more, you know, antiquated, more cottagey feeling, is tapered candles. I found these 2 little taper candle holders at a thrift store, and I love the vibe. They just make it feel very cottagey and just super cozy, a lot more cozy than, like, you know, a normal candle. And I love these so much. I'm not sure what it is. It might not be everybody's style. My style constantly is shifting, but recently I've just been going with a lot of more moody stuff, more antiques and thrifted stuff. But having scent in your home is so important. And speaking of scents, you can also do potpourri. You guys, I can't get it right. I can't get it right. Potpourri, right? I'm not saying poopery like the spray for the poop. Potpourri. Okay, anyways, we're gonna say a simmer pot. We know what we're talking about. So simmer pots are huge and definitely very, very natural. It's the most natural thing that you could get. Literally just get a pot, pour some water in it, cut up some apples, cut up an orange or 2, put it all together, mix in some cinnamon or some, I don't even know, nutmeg spice, and you can actually get 2 uses out of it. Once you're done simmering everything, you can actually mash everything up, put it through a strainer, and get some apple cider, or kind of like a mix between, you know, apple cider and some other, depending on what you put in it. There is this Mexican tradition that we do where, and I'm sure a lot of traditions do this as well, but we kind of do our own mix. I can't remember the name of it at the top of my head right now. I think it's ponche. Yeah, so it's ponche, and it's a mix of apples, I think it's guava, caña, which I think is bamboo. I don't know what caña is in English. I have no clue. But it's a mix of different fruits and stuff, and it makes like our own apple cider. Oh my God, it is so good. We always make it for the holidays, and it's like that same thing. So you could actually just put all that together, have a simmer pot for a little bit, and then make that. So you get 2 uses, you don't put anything to waste. All right, so moving on to the next thing to make your home feel cozy for the season is lighting. Lighting is everything, and in my video that I did a long time ago, I think it's been 2 years now, I talked about lighting as well, and the only thing I mentioned then was the curtains or the blinds is to turn them facing up so that the sun is pointing up towards the ceiling, or the light filters up towards the ceiling and then down towards the room. So when you do it that way, the room actually feels warmer than if you were to point the blinds downwards. The light is filtering to the ground and then up, and it makes it more of a blue light. It's a very weird science. I don't know the science behind it. I just know that's what happens. Hopefully you guys have tried it out and know what I'm talking about, and if not, I recommend you trying it out. So I always have my blinds pointed upwards like this. Literally, I flip it so that they're literally upside down. They're pointing up towards the ceiling, and it makes the room warm. It's very weird, but I love it, and I do it all the time. And also, there is a trend going on right now, you guys. Hear me out. Lamps, kitchen counters. Lamps in the kitchen counter. Oh my God, I did it last night and I love the result. It is so cute and it makes the space feel so warm. Honestly, I'm obsessed with it. I love it more than my under cabinet lighting. And maybe you could also even just change your under cabinet lighting to a warmer light and it would do the same effect. But honestly, I just don't have the time, patience, or knowledge to do that, and I just don't want to. So I put a lamp there, and it's also a great way to kind of fill in any empty spaces in your kitchen. So I put this beautiful little like brown wooden lamp. I thrifted this one, but you can actually find very, very similar ones at Target, and I will link them for you guys. But yeah, I love the idea, and then just layering it with some books, maybe a frame with a picture in it, and just maybe a little pumpkin just for the season. It really just makes the space feel so great. And when you combine that with some warm light bulbs or warm lighted light bulbs, then it just makes the space feel super, super cozy. I personally hate the stark white, almost like morgue type of lighting. I hate it so much. That's what my kitchen lights are. They're literally like stark white, bright white kitchen lights, literally all over the ceiling. I've still been meaning to change them to something more warmer, but I hate the feeling like I'm in a morgue. I don't like it. It's very disturbing. So every time my husband turns on those lights, I'm like, turn it off, turn it off. It's killing the vibe. And yeah, I do not like turning those lights on. I still have yet to change them out because I hate them so much. But lighting is everything, you guys. It seriously kills the vibe when you have that like bright white blue light. It's very disturbing, at least for me. But yeah, so anyways, lighting is everything for sure. And last but not least, I think another thing that you can also do in your home is to have music or an ambience playing in the background. So I will link a couple playlists that I absolutely love to play in the background. One of them that I just discovered, my friend actually shared it on her Instagram, and it's Taylor Swift Invented Fall. I love that playlist. It is amazing. I'm playing it in the car all the time, but I'll share a couple playlists that I love to play. It could be lo-fi music, it could be classical, or just a mix of different pop music, like nostalgic music that you've like listened to back when you were younger or whatever. That music also is very cozy because it reminds you of something, reminds you of good times, and it just makes you feel like, you know, time hasn't passed too much. So definitely play music that you used to like when you were younger. I think that's so important. It makes me feel a type of way for sure. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Definitely let me know what you guys like to do to make your home feel cozy. And if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.